Welcome to Aries March Tarot 2022. Hello Aries, how are you? And welcome to your March 2022 reading. And what a month it is, because you know the month starts with a lot of action where you're going to be in solitude. This is a time where you're going to be very much wanting to keep to yourself. This is the time of rest. This is a time of going within. This is also a time that a lot of you are going to be, seeking answers. It could be from the divine, answers from people that you love, but most importantly, answers from yourself. With March being a time for you of solitude, the first two cards that you have is surrender and ancestors. So this month is a time to surrender to what is, not trying to control anything. It's a time of you to be going with the flow, going with what your feelings are, going with what's happening within your life, going with if there's any issues or problems that you have, asking yourself questions. What can I do? Even what can I do better? So it's like surrendering and being one. Some of you Aries, this is a time of deep spirituality for a lot of you. There's ancestors cards that some of your thoughts and feelings could be going back to the past in some way. Some of you could also be having people like families coming back, or even your minds could be going back. I feel some of your minds could be definitely going back to when you were younger, when what you used to do when you're younger, how creative you were. If a lot of you did any type of sports, anything that you really enjoyed when you were younger. And also, this is such a spiritual month for a lot of you Aries, that it is, the spirituality I feel that some of you will be feeling is about, the past. For some of you, it could be like the past catching up, but for some of you, it could be just lots of thoughts being in the past, and this can make some of you very sentimental as well. So those are the two energies that I feel for the general for March. When we come to your daily card reading, you have the Hermit, you have the Chariot, which is reverse, you have the Eight of Pentacles, and you have the Nine of Swords. So these messages, even going back, especially with the Hermit card, it's a time of listening to that inner guide. Some of you could definitely really benefit working in solitude. Some of you may even request that you want to do more work from home. There's things that some of you may be doing secretly behind the scenes, not wanting a lot of people to know what you're about. Also, your dreams are going to be extremely powerful this month, Aries, extremely powerful. It's listen to your dreams, don't be scared if anything comes up. Your dreams could be showing you, your deep inner fears. It could also be showing you things that you could be doing, things that you're doing wrong, or even things that you're doing right. It can be like a battle of wills in what is supposed to be. There is an element, I feel, of really of control. There could be some control issues coming along the way this month. But it's about going with the flow. It's about, seeing, if I do this, if I don't try to initiate so much new things, new actions, let's see what happens. Yes, you're going to be working very hard this month as well. Some of you could even be working very hard to keep still. The month of March is about being still. And we have the new moon in Pisces, which is going to be in your spiritual house as well. So there's going to be a huge sense of warmth. Some of you may even have to really figure out what you want to do, especially before the sun goes into your, first house. But I do feel there's, there can be some battles that come because, you have to work really hard with not doing too much. Some of you could also be battling with, it could be battling with sleep. It could also be battling with, there's so much to do, so much people to see, but I have to, you know what, I don't feel, I feel tired. I don't feel I have a lot of energy. I don't feel I have a lot of vitality. And sometimes when we are still, Aries, you know, even like some of the questions that come up within our minds, it could actually be saying you, because the questions that actually come, or if you hear like voices, but not in a crazy way, it's just an inner guide. So it's about listening to that inner guide. Some of you could also be really working on finding your inner guide as well. But when we work with that inner guide, we get results, especially with the, you know, Seven of Pentacles. It's showing you that working, when you work hard, when you put all the work in having like a practice, a spiritual practice, a stillness practice, working with that side of you that is very sensitive, should I say, then we're going to get results. We're going to find we don't really need to rush all the time. And you know, some of you could actually be closed. You know, there could be an energy of really closing off to it. Yes, I know this is what I need to do, but I'm just not ready yet. It doesn't matter if some of you are not really ready yet, because, you know, some things just take a lot of time. And, you know, it's just listening to yourself this month, Aries. You know, the energy, like the Pisces season this month is a time of, you know, like I said, it's a time of rest. It's a time of, you know, reflecting. There's going to be a lot of reflection. And sometimes, you know, sometimes, you know, some of you Aries, this is a general, when we reflect, we just want to keep moving forward. But it's when we move, when it's time to move forward, it's about it's about looking at what we have learnt from the past. So it's very much a reflective time for a lot of you Aries, and some of you could actually really benefit during this month. This month is going to be, you know, extremely emotional, but there's some good energies that are happening. You know, this is also a great time for a lot of you Aries to be working on any like projects that you want to start before the sun actually goes into your first house. But also, you know, especially with this card, try not to battle with things that that you can't see. Some of you may want to see things now. You might want to push things for them to happen now. But working with your energy is going to be beneficial to you. It's going to also give you vitality. If your mind or your body is saying to, you know, just rest, just, you know, again, be still, try not to control anything, and also know that the next day is a new day as well. So sometimes if you find like one day is not working out for you, the next day will be better. And even if the next day is not as good, the next day will be better. So each day there's going to be it's a new time. It's a new time. But, you know, you Aries are very much always on the go. And you can be on the go, but it's just going to take a little bit of time this month. So, Aries, that was your tarot for March 2022. Thank you very much for listening. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And, you know, feel free to let me know how this month has gone for you as well. So thank you very much, Aries, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.